millions of Americans. Raise your hand if you have the real ID. Yeah. Millions of Americans still don't have that travel ID, as the deadline is exactly 1 month away. And now the concern grows for packed MVDs as May 7th approaches. So packed that even our executive producer just kept on driving when she went by to go to her appointment.
She sure did. I got a text that was like, it's too busy. Just can't do it.
No.
12 News journalist Troy Lynch is live at Sky Harbor for us with advice on how to get this travel ID. Troy, I actually stood in line, got all the way up to it, and I didn't have the right form. I didn't have the right stuff. I know. I still don't have my ID.
Well, Justin, I should have done this story a whole lot earlier so we could all be prepared, because I think that's the biggest thing going in, because you need to have the right paperwork. You need to be able to be so prepared to be able to get in and out so quickly. We actually just spoke with one of the travelers who said, yes, I've had my travel ID for a while now, and it is so nice not having to worry about that deadline coming up, because so many Arizonans and Americans across the country just don't even have their travel ID yet, and you're going to need to get it to go through TSA unless you have another federal ID that you currently have. But Arizonans, when it comes to ADOT, they said that 2.6 Arizonans actually already have their travel ID. However, there are 7.5 plus Arizonans that live in the state, so that number could be a little bit better, but ADOT says that still they're in a comfortable position. Now, if you don't have a travel ID by May 7th, you can still fly domestically. You just need to use a passport or a passport card. However, Bill Lamoureux with ADOT tells me that not a lot of people actually have those right now, so getting this $25 travel ID is just updating your driver's license, where you can get that little star in the top right-hand corner. Now, ADOT tells me that they've seen a huge uptick in people requesting a travel ID, from 45% just a few months ago to 73% now. So people are acting, and they're acting fast. Now, the lines or wait might be a little long, like we've already said, at the MVT, and you're going to want to just keep on driving by. However, their busiest days, you should know, they're Mondays and Fridays. However, ADOT says you can always use a third-party location that is open for longer hours, including Saturday. We have a list going that you can see on your screen right now. However, usually they do charge a convenience fee.
As we give you 4 or 5 different ways to get your services done. One of those ways happens to be authorized third-party locations that are open later in the day and they're open on Saturdays. So if your busy schedule is Monday through Friday during normal business hours and you can't make it out, then find a location that's open either later or on Saturdays, and you can get your travel ID done quickly at those locations.
So what are you going to need to try to get your travel ID? Well, the first thing is to be photo ready, because you're going to be taking a new picture. You'll also need a birth or marriage certificate or a valid passport, and then 2 forms of mail showing your name and current address, like an electric bill, credit card statement, things of that nature. Now, once everything is processed, it's going to take about 10 to 14 days for it to be mailed to you in a generic blank envelope. So if you wait long enough, you might not actually have it before that May 7th deadline. So just be aware of that. So you can either walk in or make an appointment at the MVD. And if you made an appointment and you come prepared, Bill does tell me that it should take a little bit less than a half an hour, so you should be in and out. However, as we've seen Mondays and Fridays, and our executive producer Kaylee, the lines can get long, and they can get long quick. So try to make that appointment and just do the best you can, and pray that those lines are not very long. But May 7th, remember that. That is the deadline. We're live here at Sky Harbor Airport. Troy Lynch, 12 News.
Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Give me 1 second. All right, Salakia. All right, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming with a quick news update. All right, as you can see right here. If you don't know, now you know, man. The real ID. We've done lessons on this in times past. I know I have. And the deadline is next month for citizens of America, of the U.S., to get their, their real ID to be able to board domestic flights, and just flights in general, man. And a lot of people don't even know about this. A lot of people ain't even aware of this. Because come May 7th, that's the deadline they just said, you will not be able to fly on an airplane, without this specific federal ID, man. Okay, so there it is. Yeah, man, this is just showing you that a lot of changes are being made to society, and you got to be, circumspect and vigilant, man, knowing what's going on. And this is also, I believe, a step towards the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. And I'm gonna show you why, man. There's a reason why they're doing this real ID and making people go in and, get certified and identify or authenticate their identity. All right, that's what it's for. Because I believe there's going to be a major event that takes place. And matter of fact, let me just play this video real quick from a few months ago, I think, in regards to the real ID. All right, so this one came out about 2 months ago. So check this out.
Well, after years of delay, it's finally here. Having a real ID to fly domestically is going to be a must starting May 7th, or else you can't fly. And showing just your driver's license isn't going to cut it. So that means if you don't already have one, current company included, at least I don't have one. We don't know about yours yet, Bianca.
I don't either.
But you do need to head to your local DMV to fill out the paperwork.
All right, joining us now with more information on what you need to know as the deadline approaches is Robert Sinclair, Senior Manager of Public Affairs, AAA Northeast. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, and you are not alone, believe me, in not having it yet.
Yeah, so maybe start there. Explain what this real ID is, and how do we know if we even have one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, an act of Congress in 2005 mandated minimum standards for driver's licenses as a result of the 9/11 attacks. Many of the terrorists, I believe all of the terrorists, used fake driver's licenses in order to get on the planes. And a fake driver's license is one of the easiest things to obtain. So in order to make for a more secure document, the government passed certain standards that you have to show certain pieces of identification, proof of identity, proof of residency, proof of social security number in order to get a real ID to be used for domestic air travel.
Okay, so you heard what he said. All right, they were referencing the 9/11 attacks. All right, you know what happened, and they're saying that they need a more authentic way of identifying people or U.S. citizens. And this is a step forward towards the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 on down through 18. All right. And, May 7th is a deadline for this ID. Now, this is a step closer. All right. Now, one thing that he said in this particular video, he said, man, a regular driver's license is much easier to, how do I say this? What did he say? He said a fake driver's license is easy to obtain. So they need a more stable way of identifying people, right? Because, somebody can be a terrorist and get on a plane using a fake ID, right? Well, check this out, man. I did a lesson talking about a Black Swan event that could possibly take place in the near future, right? Where they're going to have to identify U.S. citizens to make sure they're not terrorists. Well, guess what? They're going to have somebody probably say that the real ID is not secure enough. All right. They're going to find a problem with the real ID, and they're going to say, you know what? We're going to have everybody get an implantable RFID microchip, to board airplanes, to, eventually buy and sell. It's going to be an all-in-one, type of deal there. Your medical record is going to be on the mark of the beast. All you got to do is scan your hand, and all your information comes up. Your address, your in all that shit, all your identification. All right, it's going to be on the chip. So they're moving forward, man. They're making major changes to, your life. May 7th, you won't be able to fly on a plane without getting the real ID. All right, let's get some precepts. All right, here we have one right here in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're watching these damn devils, man. Everything they do is strategic, all right? Don't think it's just for no reason. Nah, man. Everything is moving towards them bringing forth their new world order, all right? these different policy changes, these different laws being drawn up. Everything is put in place to, you know, bring forth this dystopian society in which you won't have any rights. You're going to be tracked and traced, you know, and you won't have any more freedom. Everything is moving towards that, man. And we're not ignorant of his devices. Now let's get this in the NLT. All right, here's that same verse in the New Living Translation, and it says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. All right. And the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's the one that's bringing forth all these different changes in society, man. Okay. They get ready to try to crash the U.S. economy, the world economy, so they can bring forth the RFID microchip, man, the digital currency. It's all working together, man. We're not ignorant of his devices. It's coming soon. Okay. So just, you know, this is a warning. This is a heads up. Now, I want to play another video for you that one of the brothers had posted recently. All right, so check this out. This is from the brother GMS Inland Empire 2. All right, go ahead, subscribe to be edified, man. But he posted a video to a couple of days ago, and check this out. The title of the video is "It's Becoming More Evident," and he's talking about the mark of the beast. All right, being the RFID microchip. Now let's go ahead and play this.
I am pleased to announce Cobra's Economic Recovery Plan. If you want money to buy food for your children, take all your valuables to the nearest branch of Extensive Enterprises. There, all goods will be exchanged for...
I bet you any money by the end of the weekend you're going to leave with a microchip. My name is Anastasia Sin. I'm a magician and a biohacker.
Now, what you just saw right there, you saw her unlock her door to her home using the RFID implantable microchip embedded in her hand. All right. You see, so the technology is here. It's you know, we're just waiting for it to be made the new norm. Okay. They're trying to make this the new normal thing in society. And we know that, you know, if you Israelites receive this technology inside of your body for any reason, the Lord he's going to destroy you, man. You've canceled out your salvation and you're condemned. All right. Receiving this inside of your body is the ultimate sign of betrayal against your creator. All right. And we're here as the prophets to let you know, before they try to force this on society. Right now it's optional. You see people running around getting this shit. A lot of these Edomites are getting it. And guess what? They're doomed anyway. All right. Any heathen outside of the nation of Israel, we don't care what they do. Okay, but you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, you receive this RFID microchip. You're destined for destruction, man. And they're trying to make it seem all cool and hip and, you know, cutting edge, like it's cutting edge technology and whatnot. Okay, but the Lord tells us about this in the scriptures, man. This is the mark of the beast. Now let's play a little bit more of this.
You can even hear my hand because my hand has like 8 magnets in it. So my whole hand is now a speaker.
Blue. This goes to my website. This is a LED light. There's like a TED Talk how we're all cyborgs.
You are all actually cyborgs. Suddenly we're a new form of Homo sapiens.
It really resonated with me. My house, my car, my clothes are my exoskeleton. Without them, I'm not exactly me. So adding more technology didn't really seem that weird.
It's literally a chunk of silicone with a battery and a circuit board.
If you are someone who hacks your skin with an electronic, we call them.
Hold on, did you see that? Let's rewind that real quick. Hold on, I gotta rewind that. That looked crazy as hell. All right, Salakia.
So adding more technological technology didn't really seem that weird.
It's literally a chunk of silicon with a battery and a circuit board.
If you are someone
Do you see this? Look at this, man.
who hacks your skin with,
There we go. Now, oh man, you can't tell me. There's nothing that you can tell me to make me want to get this inside of my body. There's nothing that you can tell me to make me believe that shit right there is normal. Okay? Anybody in their right mind can see that this is fucking absurd. But these damn Edomites, they're the wicked, man. They out of their rabbit ass mind. All right? The elect are not going to receive any kind of implantable device, such as the RFID microchip in their bodies, man. All right? Going to be used for identification, like I said, medical records and all other kind of records, man. Your bank accounts, because that's why the digital currency is being talked about more and more. Digital dollars being talked about, by the Trump administration. Cryptocurrency is all linking together. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear, this will be the device or one of the devices that you use to, or that these people on the earth are going to use to buy and sell. All right. Crazy.
an electronic, we call them a grinder. Let's see what we got in the Dangerous Things kit of how to become a cyborg.
And they're calling themselves cyborgs, man. Not regular humans. So they think in their mind that they can improve on the Lord's design. All right. The body was not meant to have all this technology inside of it, man. You can't improve on the Lord's design. But these damn devils in their pride think that they can. And this is one of the ways that they think they're going to improve human life on earth. All right. By turning everybody into fucking cyborgs, mutilating the Lord's creation. And this is why they're going to be destroyed, man. Let's play a little bit more.
All right, let's see what it says, shall we?
Hey, ABC News. Let me show you what a body can do.
Why did you get that first implant?
Because my daughter wanted one. I said, listen, I'm not sure how safe this is for people, so how about I go and I get one, and if it's safe, like after a year and I don't have any health problems, I won't have a problem with you getting one. I'll even buy it for you. And she to this day doesn't have one, and I have 52. Yeah.
52, that sounds like an addiction.
A little bit.
So besides that homosexual that you saw right there, that crazy ass Edomite bitch, excuse my language, said she had 52 implants inside of her body. All right, that's not normal behavior, man. That's not normal. Okay, but this is what they're trying to push and market to you. And they're going to do it more and more. You're going to see celebrities marketing it. You're going to see athletes and people that society looks up to trying to market this to you in the near future, man. All right. Elon Musk, he's already doing it, man. He's marketing the Neuralink. And they actually mentioned that in this video, man. The Neuralink is the brain chip, the brain computer interface. All right. And that's spoken of in Revelation 13, verse 16 on down, man. It's another form of the mark of the beast. And we're telling you here at Great Millstone what it is, man. While a lot of these other Israelite groups are bullshitting around, telling you that the mark of the beast is other than what it really is, which is the implantable microchip. All right. They're going to be caught off guard, man. Their congregation is going to be caught off guard and unprepared, man. This is the hour of temptation getting closer and closer. Biblical prophecy manifesting in real life right in front of your eyes, man. It's going to be a requirement. All right. At some point in time, very soon.
At some point, 100 years in the future, everything will be an implant.
When you guys come together every year, what is the big wish list item that you all hope to one day make?
The thing everyone wants is Neuralink. It's frustrating because it's out there, but we...
You see that? She said the thing that everybody wants is the Neuralink. All right. You see what I'm saying? So people are already, requesting to get this thing implanted inside of their brain. All right. And this is a product of, Elon Musk's brand of brain computer interfaces. All right. They're pushing it as a device that can help the blind see, that could give cognitive, abilities a boost. All right. You see what I'm saying? That can cure Down syndrome or whatever other, diseases that they've mentioned before. All right. Pretty much people that are paralyzed, they're going to say this. They've said that it could give people their hearing back, all type of different shit, man. Pretty much they're trying to market it as a miracle device. Okay. It's part of Esau's lying wonders spoken of in the scriptures. And it does have side effects. We'll get to that as well. But let's get Revelation 13 real quick. Here we have it right here. This prophecy is getting ready to play out, man, in a major way. Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, don't be simple. It doesn't matter which hand you receive it in. All right. Okay. You receive this mark in your body, you are going to be destroyed, man. Okay. It clearly tells you in your hand or in your forehead. And, I've done a video on this prior to this one, where I actually went into a local supermarket here in Colorado, and they had these different enclosed refrigerators in which you would have to scan your hand to access them, to access the product behind the locked doors. They're already setting it up, man. You're going to have this either in your hand or in your forehead, man. They're going to market it to you, for the brain chip part of it, so that they're going to market it as a healing device for those who have different disabilities. All right. That's one form of the mark of the beast right here. Then I showed you the one where they have the one in their hand. And there's people all over the world that got these things already, just waiting to be destroyed, man. All right. The hour of temptation is coming. They're going to make this the new thing. That's their goal. They're going to do away with the credit cards, the money. All right. They've been talking about doing away with making, different coins, and they're going to stop printing, FRNs. All right. Those physical paper dollars. It's going to go away. Everything's going to be digital. All right. On the RFID microchip, man. So there you go. It's right here in the scriptures, man. We have the true book of prophecy. It's right here. Okay, let's rewind it a little bit. We'll play a little bit more here.
Points, 100 years in the future, everything will be an implant.
When you guys come together every year, what is the big wish list item that you all hope to one day make?
The thing everyone wants is Neuralink. It's frustrating because it's out there, but we don't know how it's built. So if Elon was willing to open source all of his stuff like we do, that'd be great. It works on the premise that your brain's electrical signals can interface with a computer's electrical signals. That is the dream. That is the Johnny Mnemonic, everyone's favorite movie in biohacking.
Upload begins when you press here.
Or uploading information like in the Matrix.
That was it. I know Kung Fu.
Psalm 33, verse 10. All right, so yeah, man, the brother was going into his lesson, but you see it, man. You see it. All right, this is what these people want, man. And the elites of Esau, Edom, all right, are going to push this on society. We're already seeing moves being made towards this, man. All right, major moves are being made. And like I said, all it could take is one, Black Swan event for that to be made the new standard, man, of identification and everything else. Okay, so continuing on in Revelation 13, we left off at verse 16. We identified the fact that they're going to make it, implantable in your head, all right, your skull, your actual brain, or in your hand, right? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And it's the mark of the beast because it's gonna tie you into Esau's beast system, this current society, man, which is ran by, the elites of Esau, man, these Edomites. And when you take the mark, you're showing your allegiance to their wicked satanic system. You're letting them know that you want to be a part of this. And you're pretty much turning your back on Yahweh Bashmi Shai as an Israelite, man. When you receive this in your body, man, we're letting you know this is a major end time prophecy. And this is one of the last prophecies that's going to take place before the nuclear destruction. And those who receive this, look, you're going to die here, man, in America, Babylon the Great. Okay? You're going to die in that lake of fire. That's the punishment for those who receive this. Okay? So just letting you know, man. All right, just letting you know. A lot of our family members are going to consider getting this, man. A lot of them probably will get it, man. Because if you're not in this truth, if the Lord is not dealing with you, you're not going to have the spiritual strength to resist this. We're going to be outcast to society. We're not going to be able to buy and sell in Esau's beast system. We're going to be outside of the system, man. This is what's at hand. This is what's at hand. All right. Salakia. Excuse me. All right. It's going to be here sooner than later. But I want to bring this out as well. This is Revelation 16 and verse 2, because that lady mentioned she wanted to test it out to see if she would have any adverse side effects. Well, look, there is an adverse side effect. And this is not medical information. This is not medical advice. Disclaimer, disclaimer. Just reading the scriptures. This is Revelation 16 and 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth. Talking about the angel. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Okay, you see that there? So at some point in time, those who have this implantable microchip in their body is going to have an adverse reaction. A grievous sore is going to manifest on their bodies, man. All right. A CANCER, if you will, because it's emitting radiation and the body is not, built to handle that, man. You're not supposed to have that in your body, man. And that's a key sign. But the Lord's going to afflict those who have it, and they're going to have that grievous sore. You're going to know who has the mark when you see that grievous sore, man. All right, with pus coming out of it and shit, it's going to get infected and whatnot, man. It's going to be ugly, man. It's going to be nasty out here. So this is the warning right here, man. So I got to bring this out. This is the judgment for those who receive this technology, man, that they're bringing forth. All right, that they're, manipulating the system to accommodate, man. Like I said, we started out with the Real ID, man. That's a whole huge system change for the people of the United States. All right. And it could be a test run for this RFID microchip to see how you people react to the change and if you're willing to comply. All right. This is Revelation 14 verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that Lamb is Yahweh Shai. Because when Yahweh Shai returns, he's only taking his elect. And his elect ain't going to have no RFID microchip inserted into them. All you Israelites who receive this chip, the Lord going to pass over your ass. You ain't going to be taken up to safety. All right. The Lord going to say, come up hither. All right. In the Hebrew, of course. And his elect are going to ascend up into the chariots, man, which are the so-called UFOs today that they're seeing every day more and more. All right. We have the understanding of the scriptures, man. So it's up to you to take heed. All right. And listen. If not, oh well. All right. We done our job, man. Just here to warn you and give you the message. Those who receive this RFID microchip, you Israelites, you're going to be stuck here to be destroyed in the thermonuclear fire, which is soon to come, because we see World War III heating up. We see that heating up, and we already know that it's going to get nuclear. So, hey man, you get this chip, your salvation is out the window. Okay, I don't care if your significant other, your parents or your kids or whatever try to get you to receive it. All right. It don't matter, man. It don't matter who tries to pressure you into getting it. If you receive it, man, you out of here. You out of here, man. You're going to have this situation happening. You're going to have men who have wives who get weak and they go in and get the chip. They're going to be destroyed, man. They might take your kids in and get the chip behind your back. They're going to be destroyed, man. All right. So it's up to you to cleave unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because he's going to be the one that keeps us from the hour of temptation. Let's get that real quick. We'll close with this. So we have here the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10. This is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking. And he says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah, the hour of temptation is when they make this RFID microchip mandatory. It's going to take the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to keep you from receiving it. Because it's going to be such tremendous pressure to get it that you're going to have people out there begging to receive it, man. They won't be able to eat or buy gas for their car or pay their light bill or their rent. So they're going to go out there and receive it, man. The people of the world. All right. But we're going to depend on Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. As it tells you in Isaiah 65 and 13, that his servant shall eat. So we ain't got to worry about how we going to provide, for ourselves. The Lord going to provide for us, man. That's all we got to know. And it takes faith to realize that, man. While the rest of the world who is without faith, they're going to run to this damn devil only to be destroyed, man. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to end this lesson right here, man. The point has been made. Just wanted to bring those news articles out, recent news. Come May 7th, you got to have the real ID to, board an airplane, man, here in the U.S. And it's just a gradual step towards the mark of the beast in their digital system, man. So I'm in this lesson right here. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Racha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And Kwam Yasharala in the Bible Ball. Shalom. We here, man. We in the end.